Hey everyone, this is Glenn, and welcome back to Speed Painting Conversations. So, this painting, I want to talk about what happens when you take a bad reference photo. I took this original photo with just my iPhone, and I was standing in the middle of my room, and I had side lighting coming from a window, just a casual window, sort of reflective light from outside. And what ended up happening was, as I was looking at everything, I found a relatively decent composition and just went for it. And as I continued forward, what I ended up finding out was the amount of contrast that was able to be found in the shaded side of the face really flattened out the piece. Um, so this is something that happens a lot when, for me, what happened was I was looking for a compositionally interesting pose, but totally forgot about the rest of it. It happens a lot with newer painters because they end up not focusing on or knowing that they have to focus on any of this. So a way to prevent this is something called direct lighting. So for me, what I was doing is using my room and just the window next to me as the natural sort of lighting source. That works in some situations. But what gives a better and more enticing, more intricate, more interesting painting or image to work from, and even an easier image to look from, is one that has harsh lighting or direct lighting. And the way that you can do this is to first get a direct spotlight or um, even just a light that you can have next to your face or next to your subject. Even if you're doing this with a still life, having light source come from one side and harshly put shadows across the other. Next, especially with portraiture, what you want to do is angle the model so that they aren't completely shading or shadowing one side of their face. Um, because unless you have multiple light sources or another way to increase that shadowed side's interest, you're not going to be able to get any detail over there, and it's not going to be able to capture that depth. So if you look at this painting at this stage, I still fit, logically, I know that the cheek is supposed to be a brighter highlight because that makes for a more interesting image. So I made it light and I kept it. Um, and what you'll start to see is as I go forward, I start to sort of lose that brightness on the right side of the cheek at in this painting. Another issue that I was coming up with was as I was painting, I like to start all of my paintings with this sort of like base underpainting, and then I have my reference photo relatively far away from me. So this one, I don't know, it was on a chair next to my canvas, or next to my easel, and I'm painting it almost arm's length sometimes, so it's 5, 7 feet away, depending upon where I am. And what that does is it lets you not focus on the detail too quickly. So you're not going to get caught up in the fine details right away, but also you can't see the little nuanced areas. So I definitely had trouble finding out where the edge of the nose was with where the cheek was. Once again, coming from not setting up that lighting very well in the beginning. If I had sort of this top lit side light coming down, it would have added that shadow underneath the eye on the left to give me that nice definition and separation from the nose, giving me a highlight on the nose and a highlight on the cheek. So here you can sort of see the right side of the painting, not very interesting. It has like a little bit of definition, but not very much. Lastly, I want to say This painting took me roughly 2 hours, but I'm nowhere near done because of all the little nuanced color variations. I wasn't able to fully just mat it all in and mask it all out. Um, so this ended up being the first stage, and I couldn't really get the details I wanted to wet on wet. So I'm going to come back and do another session with this when everything is dry and sort of see what it is that I can add to it and move through. Um, Another thing was I wanted to grab these details in the eyes, and it was really hard to do that because I don't have a mall stick. I guess I could use another paintbrush or something like that. But I can't put my hand on the painting to get a smooth line and everything where I sort of want it and need it. So here's the end result. I hope you guys like it. Like, comment, and subscribe to see more, and subsequently the next stage of this painting, what happens after you finish the underpainting of a initial work or piece that you're working on. So I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. If you want to see any techniques or anything like that, technique breakdowns, I can also do that. So let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself right now. Stay safe. Bye.